All right. Good afternoon, team.
Good afternoon, Coach.
That was whack. Good afternoon, team.
Good afternoon, Coach.
That was better. Just to give, the kid out there who's probably pretty stressed as it is about, what he can do or what she can do to better prepare herself for the transition into college. So we'll give you guys just about a minute here to just kind of think about it. And then we'll get the conversation going so that we talk about being able to help others. This is some information that you guys have that you can share, to younger kids so that they can be a little bit more comfortable as they pursue, living out their dream as you guys do, pretty much every day when you guys are here.
Really conditioning and being able to take on different tasks that you usually wouldn't do in high school. Like college is definitely a lot faster, a lot more complex in the high school game. And school-wise, definitely get your stuff together. Like you start in high school, so when you're in college, you're ready to take on the classes and stuff head on.
I would definitely tell my younger version of myself to focus on school, focus on lacrosse. Like this is what you want to do, be about it.
Academics, start building habits in high school for studying and time management. So then when you get to college, it makes it a lot easier. So the jump isn't as much. And then for athletics, I would just say take on the whole process yourself and don't leave it up to your coaches or anyone to make calls for you. Do everything yourself.
I would definitely say going back to school in high school, taking, I guess, harder classes that in high school, I didn't push myself at all in academics. I kind of just took the easiest route. Looking back now, I definitely would have taken some harder classes just to get better experience for college.
It was definitely time management. So if I were talking to my younger self, I'd just say, just stay on top of my things more in high school. Because in college, if I fall behind, I'm not gonna be able to make it up.
Brody?
Like I would be in high school.
The balance of everything, you're going to have to learn it and you're going to have to feel it out as you go, but you can start doing that in high school. Because balancing school, especially if you're in a difficult major, with a lot of work, balancing that with Division I lacrosse is pretty hard. So the earlier you learn to balance that out, the easier it'll be.
How about physically? Obviously, it's been a big, focus for you throughout your life. What would you do differently?
Physically, I would probably take conditioning a little bit more. I work out pretty fast, but I never train really conditioning as much as I should. I would probably run a little bit more, do a little more sled pulls, and do some more agility work with the ladders and stuff like that.
If I could go back, I would definitely be in 10 times better shape. Time management is also a huge thing, balancing the school and lacrosse, especially being D1.
First of all, you got to really just check your ego, not confidence-wise, but just as a person, just you got to be about the team, I'd say, first of all. And just time management was huge for me. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask an older guy what you should be doing. Don't think that it's all on yourself. Ask for it and because they've experienced it. So ask the older kids. Obviously we're all here to help, and we want you to be the best version of yourself.
Time management was the biggest thing for me. Just every day between school and lacrosse and extra work is just a lot. And I think planning out your day and knowing what you have for the week is really important.
And you want to be great at something, you're gonna have to work really, really hard for it. And I think, if I could, just tell that to my younger self or anybody out there that's going to be listening, is just, it is a serious commitment. But, at the end of the day, if you understand your why, because why you're doing this, if you understand that you love it and it's important to you and you want to be a part of something that's bigger than yourself, all the work, will be worth it. Whether you win, whether you lose, when you get out of here, you're going to be prepared to be successful in life because you've worked really hard for something.
No one ever really can prepare you for the amount of time that you spend from high school to college on both academics and athletics. If you want to be really successful at the Division I level in lacrosse, it takes more than just being at practice. You have to invest the 4 hours a day, not including the 1.5 hours we spend on the turf. It's getting pre-practice treatment. It's working on the wall. It's getting in the weight room in your free time. It's getting extra shots in. It's getting ice baths and spending time on your physical well-being in order to allow you to be your best self in that 1.5-hour block that you do spend on the field. So, and that goes for the same thing, like when it comes to academics, like all the time you spend studying greatly increases when you get into college. I think it just the time investment is definitely something that you need to take into consideration.
The amount of time you have on by yourself, basically, just like managing your time and just not having like your parents like constantly being like, hey, did you do this assignment? How are your grades? Like this, that, whatever. Like it's just you. So you just have to be on top of all your stuff. I thought that was the biggest thing for me.
And how long on that front does it take you to kind of figure it out? You know, because you guys are all coming, you know, you're growing up with your parents or your family. You essentially got training wheels on. Now the training wheels are off. You know, how long does it take you to ride that bike and be able to just, you know, stabilize it?
Honestly, it took me to the second semester to really get on top of my stuff. Even like halfway through the second semester, I was falling behind, and then I had to catch up. And even Marty will tell you, I literally was like up till like 12 in the morning, like just like doing assignments for like 4 hours every night just to try to catch up and get my grades back up because I was falling behind. So I think once I hit that and once I overcame that and found success, because I eventually caught up and I eventually got myself together, I think since then it's been a lot better in managing my time and keeping everything organized.
Got my mask. My mom made me.
Check out
mine. Yeah. It's a wolf.
That's awesome.
Or if you're feeling festive, all right, you got a lacrosse stick here.
There you go.
Whatever you need.